What it do, everybody? Welcome, y'all. It's the next day. You already know it's your boy Ruck. We back. Man, last night, Tennessee. Why didn't you do that 2 weeks ago, y'all? We would be in a completely different space right now. We wouldn't even have a conversation about why we number 7 in the AP, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, we got a good one today. It's the next day, and we back.
We back.
The Northander sets the race onto the field. The finals will be pouring the giant sea that stretches from that north end ground on a cold day, becoming Lando as the big orange sets the race on the heel bucket field, ladies and gentlemen, and wherever you are.
Yo, what it do, everybody, and welcome to Straight Up Tennessee. It's your boy Ruck. Got my man Turner with me, y'all. Man, Tennessee does what we expected. We didn't care they was fighting for a bowl game. It's Vanderbilt.
It's Vandy, bro.
It's Vandy, bro. Like, don't nobody care what you fighting for, because we coming to take your soul.
And we did. We ripped it. We ripped it out early.
I mean, dude, and man, let's just dive in straight now. 56-0. The run game was out of this world.
But you know what's crazy about the run game as well?
What's that?
Looking at the run game, and I know I don't want to talk about the what ifs, bro. I think Milton's going to be okay. I really do. Next year, I think he's going to be fine. I think he'll do fine. He'll work on his ball. Like, it's fine. It's the prettiest ugly ball I've ever seen.
I can't really say it's ugly. I have to say it's the prettiest overthrow.
Yes, that's a better way to put it. But bro, Hendo would have put up some insane numbers yesterday.
Maybe. He might have. But here's the other thing, though, Turner. And I told you this, bro. I really believe this. They don't call that many deep balls for him.
No, they don't. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I was so interested to see how they was gonna call the game with Joe in, and it's exactly what I expected. I felt like he was gonna throw the ball about 25 times, and about 12 of them were gonna be deep balls.
Yeah, and I mean, we had a completely different, not completely different, but we had a different receiving core in there.
Way different. Yeah, I mean, Brew was out, game time decision. Cedric Tillman, he's not playing the rest of the year.
No.
Jalen Hyatt, obviously. Squirrel's going to be a problem.
He's going to be cold.
He is going to be a problem. He is, bro, it's like you said earlier in the year, he is one guy away every time he touched the ball. I think 15 pounds on Squirrel.
Game over.
If he keeps that same speed at 15 extra on him, it's over with.
Facts.
I'm telling you, bro, because I mean, he catching those little screens, and I'm like, okay, he missed one, and then it's like, that dude's just stronger.
Yeah, but he's really not that easy to take down, honestly. I mean, he'll be breaking tackles.
Yep, that's what I was saying. That's just like that next guy's just a little bit stronger. That's it.
Facts. Man, I think offense played great though. I mean, Joe had some overthrows, of course, but I mean.
You know, let's talk about that for a second, because I have a lot of different things. I talked to, I was supposed to be at the game, got sick, stayed at home, because I was like, man, it just makes more sense to stay at home, watch this one from the couch, because I feel doo-doo but terrible.
Yeah.
But I had my boy that was there that I was going with. Shout out to you, my dude Corey Lingerfeld. He said, I'm gonna be honest. He said, when the game started, it had just started raining about 25 minutes before the game started. He said, so it wasn't as wet. He said, so that first drive when Joe hit that ball, he said, as soon as it left his hands, I was like, oh, yeah, that's touchdown. He's like, I just saw it. And he said, as the game progressed, he's like, it wasn't like when it rains and it stops. He's like, it just rained the whole game. Yeah. And he said, I'm not trying to like back Joe for overthrow. He's like, but I really like the conditions weren't great for throwing the football.
Well, no, I was literally about to say that when we got to talking about Joe Milton. I was literally about to say, man, you got to take conditions into it, And I think, I talk about Tennessee fans all the time. Some Tennessee fans want to sit here and they're looking for that overthrow because they want to be like, oh, that's just Joe Milton. He ain't changed at all. Here he goes overthrowing.
I saw that so much yesterday. I was like, shut up.
I did too. But I mean, I don't know. Conditions take a big play, and I mean, when it's rainy, you got to be able to run the football. And what did we do? We ran it. God. You know who's going to be a problem, bro? God, all of them. But
all of them, bro.
For Samson to be so small, that one dude just bounced off him.
Dude,
like it wasn't nothing.
What's funny is 195 ain't like that small. You know what I mean? Like
it's really not.
I think we're just all used to seeing like those 205, 210 backs in the SEC that are still lightning fast, but can like run you over.
Hey, Barry coming out with some moves here at the end of the year. Bro,
next year, dude, Jabbar, our running back room ain't changing next year. Nobody's leaving. Like, if anything, it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that team sticks together, those three, I finally saw Dylan Sampson not be scared pass blocking.
Facts. And I think
he heard me, bro. He listened to the show 3 weeks ago when I clowned him.
And no joke, watching that Vandy game, I legitimately think that we can have a three-man running back rotation next year.
I mean, that's what you have to do to be elite in this league, man. Look at Alabama.
Yeah.
I mean, the three-headed monster of Robinson, McClellan, and Gibbs.
Yeah.
Georgia, Milton, McIntosh, and whoever that other dude was. Like, gotta have three dudes that they can all kill you.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you can keep your running backs having fresh legs.
But can I just tell you something serious on a real note, bro? Jay Wright is that dude.
Bro, he hit the deuces.
He touched the ball 5 times and had 160 yards.
Yeah, bro.
That is 32 yards a carry, bro.
It's unbelievable, man. And we talking about offense, but I mean, it's Vandy. But hey, props to the D, man.
They still don't get no love from me, though. Because, dude, looking at what the AP did this week, I already know Tuesday's gonna be a mess. Just what the college football playoff might look a lot like what the AP poll looks like, to be honest. And so, dude, we just to know that we folded up one game. And dude, I'm gonna say it, bro. Jeremy Banks is that dude.
Yeah,
he is everywhere, dude. He almost had a pick six. They had a screened flat route where he was the opposite side linebacker. He travels all the way across the field and cracked him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Banks is like that much of a dude that we look that bad without him. And so somebody got to step up in that room quickly.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you something real quick, man? Trayvon, like, did you see the list of how many guys we had out last night?
Slaughter was out. Turnage was out. Flowers was out.
Tillman, Brew McCoy,
Mincy, Burrell, if you want to count Burrell.
Crawford went out early.
Yeah. I mean, you had Dane Davis and Ollie Lane played about 80% of that game.
They played the first quarter, did they not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and so you look at the injuries, and it sucks, but it's good because now, guys, we literally got a month to heal up.
Man, talking about defense, you know who I love?
Please say Wesley Walker.
Wesley Walker's a dog, bro.
I was literally about to say, dude, listen. The way you know what? This is what I was going to say. This is why I said all the guys that were out. And I was going to say, I'm thankful for Trayvon Flowers and Jalen McCullough and what they did and how they stayed at Tennessee and brought the culture back and set the culture back the way it needed to be. But I'm also glad that they are done because Wesley Walker got to play for me, dog.
He did. And I think McCullough playing Flowers' position, I think he played better.
He did play better because he didn't have to worry about the run game.
Yeah, I thought he played a lot better yesterday.
He was in a place where there was two options. It's
Yeah.
you're either going to play a deep third or you're going to have to make a tackle on a receiver.
Yeah, and he was flying everywhere. I mean, he was making some good plays yesterday.
It's perfect. It's a perfect role. And so Wesley Walker got to play for me, dog. I'm sorry. Like
I agree.
For me, Wes's game reminds me so much of Jensen Jackson.
I get that.
Jensen Jackson, Eric Berry, bro. He is a sniff. When he sniffs run, he is, bro. That oh my gosh, the jet sweep when he absolutely killed dude.
Bro, that's beautiful football play. Absolutely beautiful.
He saw it before the play started. Like he's
as
like,
soon as the guy came in motion, he took off. He knew exactly.
He's like, I already know, and he absolutely cracked him.
You know what I'm hype about?
What's that?
It finally happened in the last game of the season. I've been wanting to see it.
Oh, a jet sweep?
No.
What's that?
My boy D.
Oh yeah, D. Dude, that's the best ever, bro.
We're sitting there watching the game, and you know my mom. You know how she is.
Yeah.
My mom was like, "Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt his hamstring." Because he grabbed his hamstring and then went into that dance.
Then he hit his little dance on him. D, dude. I mean, I knew after he hit the first dude on the outside and he cut back, I was like, ain't nobody catching him because I done seen the speed.
But you know what else?
Squirrel Belt got him one too.
He'd be nasty back there too. Hey,
I think, and I really like do.
I like the look when we put both of them back there on that last punt.
Yeah, I liked it too because it kind of had them in like a zone. Like if they were safeties, it's like, hey, if it come to your side, take it. If it don't, whatever.
Yeah.
Squirrel, man, you can see. Here's what I love, and this is just credit to our coaching staff, bro. Like, period. This is just credit to our coaching staff. Josh Heupel is an artist at getting people the ball.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's be honest. Jalen Hyatt tripped. He would have scored a touchdown. He just tripped, right?
Yeah.
We had Hyatt again wide open, and we missed him, right? P. Fant, we missed P.
Ramel Keaton should have caught that ball.
Oh, Ramel. What happened, Mel? Yeah. What happened? It's gonna be scary, bro. A lot of people. I was talking to some people, man, and people are saying because of how close we were to tasting like that success of the college football playoff, they really do think Hyatt will come back. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't want him to. But in my spirit, I'm like, oh, I really, really want him to come back.
Man, that's a tough one for him. I mean, I think he's pretty high in the draft, I'd say. I mean,
I don't know. I haven't heard his name.
I hadn't either. I don't know.
I hadn't heard his name.
I'm going to say it again, man. You know what I love about Tennessee football?
What's that?
The family perspective. Everybody talking about the locker room drama and all that stuff.
Heupel silenced that quickly.
Yeah,
in his press game, his post game conference. Yeah, he silenced that junk quick.
You see Hendon Hooker when Milton threw that first touchdown.
Yeah,
came to the sideline.
Pow! Yeah,
they really are. They really are dudes.
Oh, they brothers, man. They are brothers to the fullest, bro. They are brothers. And nothing gonna stop that. So,
first 10-win season since 2003. It's hard to complain.
It is, but we're so close. We weren't, dude. And to know that Alabama's ahead of us in the AP is just sickening.
It's all because of the name.
It is.
And we were sitting. I don't want to talk about the what ifs, but we're sitting so pretty at 4 right now, with the possibility of being a 3.
Yep. We sure were. Because after seeing LSU, man, they going to get smacked by Georgia.
Dude, they're so off and on.
Dude, if Daniels, and I think they said Jaden Daniels got hurt.
Did he really?
That's what they're saying. Saying he got hurt. So, we'll see.
I don't know, man. It's hard to complain with this year. I mean, I don't know.
It is. It's hard
It's just
to
the fact that we were so close, man. One game. That's it.
one game away. But now I'm starting to think, man, is that South Carolina team better than we thought?
How about that, man? You know what's happened? Spencer Rattler has found his confidence at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's exactly it.
He still threw 2 picks, but I mean, he threw for 3. He still threw for like 300 yards, right?
Yeah, 347, I think, something like that. Yeah, he found it. He for sure found it.
Because some of his balls are beautiful, man. I ain't even gonna lie. He makes some dumb decisions sometimes, but his balls are beautiful.
He can throw it. He can throw the football, man. And that's what I think makes them the next couple years very interesting. Because I mean, I think he's technically got 2 more years. He technically has 2 more. Yeah, we'll see, man. I cannot stand Shane Beamer though. I can't stand to watch him speak.
I don't either, dude. I don't.
He's a tool, man.
He is. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
No. But looking back at this game, man, like I didn't expect to put up I expected to put up a 50 burger, but I did not expect them to not score.
Oh yeah,
they were fighting for something, and they just didn't look like they was fighting for nothing.
Yeah, man. I don't want to talk about the future too much, but I'm just sitting here looking. Man, there's some big things that could happen this weekend with these conference championships. I mean, there's maybe a 1.1% chance we get in, but you know how pissed I will be if Alabama gets a 4 seed.
They're gonna get it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Bama.
USC plays Utah. That's gonna be tough.
Utah already beat them.
TCU plays Kansas State.
Kansas State can get that dub.
That's gonna be tough. Purdue plays Michigan, but I mean, hey, you never know.
I thought it was Iowa.
Nope, it's Purdue.
I
mean, well, Clemson ain't gonna get in, and then LSU plays Georgia. Bro, there's a lot that could happen because if USC loses again,
yeah, they're out,
gone.
But if USC loses, Ohio State's getting in.
Ohio State's sitting at 5. But answer me this: TCU loses, they out?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. So Alabama's getting in.
God, bro.
But who knows, man? They might jump us because we beat them.
Who?
They might jump us. They might jump us over Alabama because of the win.
You know, I love college football this year. I mean, not just because Tennessee's done good, but just because like you can actually sit here and talk about like, man, I really don't. There's a lot that could happen. Like the past couple of years, it's been like, oh well, you got the same 4 teams.
Yeah, I think the clear cut though is still though, who's going to beat Georgia?
Nobody.
You know, like that's the clear cut thing in my mind that I'm like, who is going to beat Georgia? I don't know. I don't think anybody will beat Georgia.
Yeah, facts.
And we'll see, but I don't think anybody will beat Georgia, to be honest.
You know who fell apart at the end of the season?
Who is that?
But they don't play nobody till the end of the season, so they just kind of got
Ohio State?
Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah, they fell apart for sure. They definitely fell to pieces.
Man. And Oregon lost.
Oregon lost, man. So many things, bro, about this is so interesting because, excuse me, there's just a lot of things that we could have controlled with just beating South Carolina. Like, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Like, we would be sitting there at number 4, honestly, probably on Tuesday.
Yes. Because
at the end of the year. And then we ain't moving. Like, because we ain't playing, we ain't moving.
Yep. Gosh. So what happens if LSU stuns the world and beats Georgia? They ain't getting in, but what do you think Georgia drops to? 3? 2, 3?
4.
4? You think they'll go 4?
Yeah, they'll go 1-4, and then everybody slides, right? So they'll go 1-4, and then everybody just slides up after that.
Man.
But that's what's funny, man. That's where I think this can get hectic is if Georgia, excuse me, somehow loses to LSU. There's no way Georgia's losing to LSU. But if they did,
You never
and
know.
TCU loses and USC loses, the clear-cut number one would then be Michigan.
Facts. But I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about that. Thinking about Alabama, man. A 2-loss Alabama team. But I feel if a 2-loss Alabama team gets in, I'll be so pissed.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Let me
Why?
tell you why.
Why?
Because you want a 2-loss Tennessee team in there.
I do, but I'm saying if Alabama gets in, I feel like we should get in over Alabama because we beat Alabama and we beat.
I get it.
And we beat LSU that they lost to.
I get it, but let me tell you something. They didn't lose to an unranked South Carolina.
That's facts.
By 25. That's the thing that they gonna hold against over our head is, yes, Alabama's 2 losses are to top 10 teams.
Yeah.
Facts. Our 2 losses is 1 to the number 1 team in the country and 1 to now they're number 20, right? So much better situation now. But then it was like, who are they? Who is South Carolina?
Yep. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen stranger things.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some crazy stuff, but you gonna have to do a lot is gonna have to happen for Tennessee to get in there.
Yeah, and Kirk Herbstreit can go crawl in a hole, man.
Dude, I don't like Kirk, man. I want to like Kirk so bad, but he's just he's so biased, man.
He is.
I don't like people who are biased for no reason. You know, like it just don't make sense.
Yeah, and not getting off topic, but the basketball team. How about the basketball team?
Hey, man, that's all we're gonna be talking about here in for the next 4 weeks. No,
yep.
Till we figure out who's going to the Heisman Trophy ceremony. Is Hendon Hooker gonna get there? I mean, CJ Stroud is not the clear-cut favorite anymore. I mean, Caleb Williams is probably gonna win it now from USC.
I would think so.
Oh gosh, that's just something else.
But if USC loses, he ain't.
Yeah. Then who's gonna win? I mean, Blake Corum from Michigan.
I've seen crazier things.
Man, I don't know what to do. I don't know what they're gonna do. This whole college football playoff thing is wild this year. It's wild. But basketball team, man, everybody that was so mad talking about fire Rick Barnes after losing to Colorado.
Yeah.
Shut up. All of y'all shut up. Y'all the same people now talking about, we beat Kansas. Yeah. Man, be quiet. Just stop, man. Just watch the games and enjoy it. Because Tennessee basketball has not been this relevant under another head coach ever. Really. I mean, you can say Bruce Pearl, but not under consecutive seasons like this, bro.
It's facts.
Like, yes, we get knocked out of the second round every year in the tournament. We got to do something to change that. But, man, we sure can beat teams in the regular season. And we make Kansas look silly. 14-point win, 64-50. Man, this team is they special. And I was telling somebody this the other day, man. The thing about this Tennessee basketball team that is so interesting is if you are a Tennessee basketball fan over the entire Rick Barnes era, I mean, really, we can only represent the Rick Barnes era when I'm saying what I'm saying. So follow me. If you've watched Rick Barnes teams, you can 1000% say that the team that's on the court this year is not the most talented Rick Barnes team we've ever seen.
No.
However, because of their lack of talent, they are talented, but I'm saying, like, when you look in the past, bro, like, we've had some talented teams, and this is not one of those teams. I think last year's team was more talented than this year.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to disagree.
But I say all that to say what that has made this team do is be a better unit because there's not one person that's a star. There may be a star emerge in Julian Phillips, or somebody, but there's not a star on this team. And so they play as a unit, and defensively, bruh, I mean, if you hold anybody to what they did to Kansas, I mean, it's going to be hard for Tennessee to lose.
That's a fact. I agree.
We locked Kansas up. I mean, guard play was good. We still turned the ball over too much for my liking, but at the same time, I was talking to somebody else about this team. They said, I feel like Tennessee's that team that if they're hitting, they're going to win, and if they're not, they're going to lose. And I said, isn't that every team though?
It really is, but our defense is better than most basketball teams, if we're being honest.
Right, like the way the level we play defense is what will keep us in games. And the thing is, if we're shooting the ball poorly, all we gotta have is not the whole team shooting the ball poorly.
Yeah,
just a select, like a couple folks. We just can't let the whole team shoot terrible.
Right, because Vescovi's so hit or miss, man, right now.
That's facts.
But if he gets on, man, he's on.
Dude. And still, he still didn't have the best game.
He hit when it mattered, though. I ain't gonna lie.
But he clutched. It's a different. I mean, when he's clutch, bro, you can't really be frustrated. You're like, you know what, man? You went 5 for 14. You missed 9 shots, bro. But you hit when it counted. So
you hit when, and I'm with you.
Man, turning the corner on our next day show, y'all. This is officially when we kind of pull back on the Straight Up Tennessee. We starting to talk all basketball. Baseball is on the way. They've been playing exhibitions. I'm excited to learn about this team, man. I know Coach V gonna have them dudes ready. But man, we will start having our show on Sunday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So you're going to start being able to watch us and hear us instead of our Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. You're going to get us Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, man. And cutting back until, we'll talk championship week. We'll talk Heisman. We'll have a couple one-off things. But this is also a great time, man. You see your boy Ruck right here rocking the Straight Up Tennessee merch. Shout out Tennessee Sporting Goods. And also shout out to one of our subscribers and followers on Instagram. I think her name is Rebecca. You have purchased some things, and I can't wait to see when you get it. You and your husband, and y'all take photos, tag us on Instagram. We will repost, share the love, because you already know what it is. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Shout out to Tennessee Sporting Goods, Taylor, Jared, Melody, the entire crew over there, who is the premier sponsor of all Straight Up Tennessee merchandise. Y'all, what are you doing? If you haven't go ahead and head over to the website right now, companycasuals.com/straightuptn. You can find a piece just like this, man. This is the smoky gray mountain hoodie, Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Shout out Tennessee Sporting Goods, man. If you guys need anything from Letterman's jackets, sports uniforms, sports accessories, T-shirts, whatever, give them a call at 865-688-5454. Or stop by their shop in the heart of Fountain City in Knoxville, Tennessee at 4817 North Broadway. Ask about Straight Up Tennessee, man. They might give you a discount on any item in the store if it's available.
If I'm not mistaken, they have, if you live in the Knoxville area, they have merch that you can go buy at Tennessee Sporting Goods.
Sheesh.
If I'm not mistaken.
I need to go in there. Take a picture beside it when I'm back in Knoxville.
Absolutely.
Man. We turning the corner on the next day, bro. Let's talk about this, man. Who was the playmaker, offense and defense, from the Vanderbilt game for you, man?
Offensively, man, I don't think you can have one. I think you got to just say the running back room.
Do they ate?
In my opinion. I mean, if you want to look more into that, I would honestly say Dane Davis and Ollie Lane.
Dude, I was literally, yes, I was going to say the O-line, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look more into it. Defensively, man, I'm going to say Jeremy Banks, man. You don't realize how much Jeremy Banks means to this team until he misses a game.
Yep. I don't have to say much else because those was my two. Mine is the O-line for sure. Offensive line just made plays, and in a nasty game where, you know, we would normally want to just throw the ball everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
We sacrificed that game and allowed the running backs to eat. And I mean, goodness gracious, bro. I mean, they didn't just eat, bro. They was starving.
Mm-hmm.
Them boys was starving. And they, I mean, every single one of them. I mean, like I said earlier, you had Jay Wright, 5 touches, 160. Sampson, 12 touches, 131. Bari, 11 touches, 79, 2 touchdowns. Sampson had a touchdown. Jay Wright had 2 touchdowns. P. Fant had a touchdown where Joe Milton just pushed him straight in.
Absolutely.
But I mean, 362 total yards running the football, man. Like,
It's unbelievable.
what? That's crazy. That's just bananas. Wesley Walker led the team in tackles last night.
I seen that. I actually did see that.
Wesley Walker.
Telling you.
Man, Wes is going to be a baller. But, yeah, I'm saying the offensive line and Jeremy Banks as well, man. Jeremy Banks is such a special player. And even all the trouble and all the things that he's went through, man, the resiliency and the passion that he plays with, man, it's something that you can't take away from him. So,
nope.
You know, bro, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. What is Tennessee? What does the future look like? What is these next really 2 weeks? I mean, next week is a huge week, Championship Sunday. And then obviously you got the Heisman Trophy presentation afterwards. And next on December 6th, man, I feel like every fan in the world in that top 7 is going to be staring at the college football playoff that night and seeing the bowl selection, seeing where the heck is everybody going.
Yeah, I agree.
Tennessee basketball, man. Let's talk. I'll say this really quickly, man. We'll have a lot to talk about coming on Friday's show. Tennessee plays McNeese State Wednesday night. Very interested to see how this team, you know, anytime we beat a big team like Kansas, I mean, we beat USC, we beat Butler, USC, and Kansas in 3 days. Like, you didn't play some chumps, you know what I'm saying? But every time we come back home and play somebody kind of sorry, we always look worse. So right. I am interested to see how this team carries the momentum in, man. For all my Grizzlies folks, man, the Memphis Grizzlies actually have a game. If you're watching this, it depends on what time you're watching, here in a couple of hours, actually. They play the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. But then also, man, this week, man, they got some bangers. They got the T-Wolves in Minnesota on Wednesday, and Friday, man, they got the Sixers in Memphis, Tennessee. It's going to be a banger.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all, man, thank you for rocking with Straight Up Tennessee. Y'all, it's the next day. Man, it's crazy. We ain't going to be doing a next day for a month. And then after that, like, dang.
You got like a year, dog.
Oh, that don't even feel right, man.
No. No, it don't.
Yo, I'm excited to see what happens in Tennessee football. The next couple weeks gonna pay. Next week really is gonna pave the way for what's gonna happen for us in a bowl game. And it's a long shot, but what could happen in the CFP, man? So like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, man, go ahead and download the podcast so that you never miss it. Subscribe to the podcast. Hang out with us 3 times a week, man. We're going to hop on here and really chop it up and have more, I guess, more broader topics now. We'll talk more about basketball. Obviously, baseball's on the way. There's a lot of things, man, that we still going to be chopping it up. So all my Vol fans, stay tuned in. All my Grizzlies fans, stay locked in. All my men's basketball, lady Vol, whatever, lock in with Straight Up Tennessee, y'all. We going up for my boy Turn. You already know it's your boy Ruck, man. We love y'all. Thank you for the support. And you already know what it is. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby.